Welcome to the StaX tutorial for the Slate CMS. So StaX are basically building blocks you can add to your web pages to make them a little more visually interesting and dynamic. So in this video, I'll show you the basics of StaX so you can start adding them to your web pages. So we'll start out here in the content management system. And as you can see, I created a dog walking services page. I did this because we have a lot of dogs in our office. Seems like a good fit. I'm gonna hit preview here and you can see what this page looks like as a web page itself, pretty basic. We'll flip back to the CMS. Now I'm in the page content area. Let's go ahead and add a header. So I'm gonna click there and click add module. So the StaX system basically allows you to add blocks. And right now we just have one option for the image block. I'm gonna hit add. And here we go. Here's all the block settings. So the first option is spacing. You'll probably keep this on default spacing, but if you'd like, you can change it to remove bottom spacing. It basically changes how much spacing is beneath this block, or in this case, beneath the header. Next, you have image header. Now you only need to upload one image header, which is the desktop, and it gives you a suggested pixel width here. It does not have to be the same size, but this is probably a good rule of thumb. So I'm going to jump in and select an image, and I already have one uploaded, and so we'll use image. Now, if you'd like, you can also upload a mobile-sized image as well. This isn't necessary, but sometimes it's a good suggestion because occasionally when a web page is viewed on a smaller screen, part of this header can be cut off. So if you have really important content or images or people and you don't want them to be cut off, it might be good to make another image size for mobile, but that's up to you. Next, you have the option for an SEO header. And basically this is just a title that you can put over the image itself. Not necessarily something you need to include, but if you'd like to have text over the image, you can. And then beneath it is some smaller text you could put under that. So again, probably not something you want to put in your header, but you certainly have the option. And then if we scroll a little lower, you can also add buttons on the header too. So here you can choose how the buttons are aligned, center, left, right. You can choose the color theme. You can put in a URL. You can choose if it opens in the current tab or a new tab, and then the text of the button, like click here or something like that. So again, you don't have to do that either, but it's certainly an option. So let's go ahead and hit save, and then I'm going to hit preview. There we go. So nice header in there. We'll flip back to the CMS. I'll scroll back up to the top, and as you can see, this icon here is red as it's this arrow. And basically that just means while it may be saved to the CMS, it hasn't been published live to the site. So I will scroll down again and hit publish. And there we go, now it's green. Okay, let's jump back to the page content. And now we're gonna add a few more modules. So I'm gonna go to the section underneath the page content and we will hit add module. So here you have numerous different modules. We call these blocks that you can add to StaX. And we have various types: interactive, list, media, slider, and standard blocks. So we'll start with a pretty simple one. Let's just try a text block. So I'm going to click on this. Now we have another block that we can add. So we'll look at first the block settings. Default spacing is probably just fine for you. The other option is remove the bottom spacing. Basically, that just means there's less space underneath this block. If you have content beneath and you don't want too much white space, default's probably fine for you. However, we'll go to text, and I already copied and pasted this in here. So I have a little quote that I made, and I'm gonna format this. Let's make it an H2 so it's larger. I'm going to center align it as well. And then you can add buttons if you'd like to. So I'm gonna have the button alignment be in the center. You can have it left, right aligned, or center aligned. Color theme for the first button, I'll do default, and then URL, you can put whatever URL you'd like there. And then we'll have it open in the same tab. And then the text of the button will have learn more. And then let's create another button. The button theme here, let's do ghost. And I kind of like this when there's two buttons next to each other. I'll show you what that looks like. We'll do ghost, and we'll put another URL in there. And the text of this button will say see options. Okay, I'm gonna hit save and then preview, and we'll go back to our page and scroll down, and there we go. So that's a block that we just inserted. You can see it's very, very simple. This is the regular colored button, and this is the ghost button. A ghost button is an outline, but it gives you a little variety here. And so there we go. A very easy way to insert a block into your website. All right, next we are going to add another module, and this time I will go into the media blocks. Let's go ahead and add a media side by side. So basically this will be a video and or image, and then with text on the side. So let's add that. All right, so the first thing you see here in this block is your video source. So you can put a Vimeo or a YouTube video in. Probably YouTube is what you're looking for. So Vimeo and YouTube handle video differently. If it's Vimeo, you just want to copy the entire URL of the video and paste it in here. If it's YouTube, just copy the final characters of the video and paste it in. And that's how the video will show up. There's options to put text in as well. This is content that will appear above the video. So in this case, I'll paste the same copy I have here, and we'll format that. I kind of try it H3 this time. If you'd like, you can put a button in, and this is a theme throughout all these blocks. We can almost always add buttons to things if we would like. I will leave that blank, and then we will scroll down, and here's your media options. So your first option is the display order of the video. So you can show it first or second. In other words, it will be on the left if you choose show media first, and on the right if you choose media second. So let's go ahead and do first. So it'll be on the left. You have options here to hide the video or to show the video directly. I'd suggest you do show video just because that'll put a nice little icon where people can click to view the video, and then media image. So this is the image which the little video icon will be displayed over. And I'll show you what I mean in a minute here, but let's go ahead and select an image. I will choose the solar panel image here that we have. There we go. And now we have text. So this is copy that will be over on the right-hand side next to the video. So I will quickly write something. There we go. And then you can add a button as well if you would like. I will go ahead and add one. So I'll put an URL and the text of the button. All right, and now I'm going to hit save and preview. So we jump back to this page, and there we go. So you can see that copy I put up at the top above the video. We have that icon here. Here's the video. This is the copy I wrote on the side. We have a button. And so you'll see if we click, and who wouldn't want to watch a wonderful video of myself as they search for dog walking services, which is very applicable to the solar panels, I'm sure. All right, so we're gonna go through the next one quicker here, but let's try out a slider block. So we'll do card carousel, and I'll move through this one faster. And basically, again, this is very consistent across a lot of the blocks, but you can have text up at the very top. So we'll just say, this is a slider. You can apply buttons as well, just like last time. And then we get into the card section. So each of these cards, if you'd like, can have a URL associated with them. I won't worry about that for now. And then a card image. You have the suggested dimensions here. So I will go ahead and select an image. I've already put a few in here. So we'll use that image. And then if you'd like, you can have a headline. I'll just say dog 1. And then a subhead. And same with all the other ones. So I'm gonna skip real quick to the end of this. All right, and then I'm going to save and then preview. And we scroll down, and here you can see the slider section. And we have these different images, buttons with each one. And I only added one more, so we only have 4 dogs there. But as you can see, you can add a lot more than that. Okay, and we're gonna show you one more here. We're gonna go to interactive blocks, accordion. This one's pretty popular, so you might find yourself using it. And we'll go ahead and select that. And All right, this block will put a few accordions together so that you can compress content so it doesn't take up too much space unless someone clicks on it. So just like before, we can have title, content here. And I'll put that right in there. And you can add buttons if you would like. I'll skip that for now. All right, so our first accordion, accordion 1, we'll just title this dog number 1. Now you have the option to put an image in the accordion if you'd like to. You do not have to. If you do, you can have the media or the image show up first. So I'll go ahead and do that. I'm gonna go ahead and click and select an image. So we'll select this dog right here as my image. And then your text. So I copied and pasted this text in here. And if you would like, you can have a button within the accordion as well. So I'm going to skip ahead as I fill in a few more accordions. All right, so I've made 3 different accordions. You can make more than that if you want, but 3 is good for now. So I hit save and preview. We go back to our page and you can see the accordion content is right here. So again, this is really great if you'd like to compress some of your content so it doesn't take up too much room, but you can just simply click on it and there you can see the content right there. So there you go. There's a quick tutorial on StaX and how you can use it on your website. Of course, reach out to us if we can give you a hand with any of this. Those are just a few of the options. StaX are really dynamic and we hope they help you make your website a lot more creative and user-friendly.